From the nut and fruits that you eat for snacks to the seaweed in your sushi, you can find these things if you look closely enough on the Cal Poly Rose Float. Now you may be wondering, what is Rose Float? Well, it was established in 1949 with a partnership of Cal Poly Pomona and San Luis Obispo, and they spent all year designing and building an entire Rose Float for the Pasadena New Year's Day Parade. It's been going on since 1949, and since then we've been very successful. Recently, we won the Extraordinaire Award for our past float far out frequencies. This was the first time in Cal Poly history that we won this award, and also it represents the most extraordinary float in the parade, so it's a pretty big deal for all of us. I joined Rose Float as a freshman last year and participated in the decorations team. Here we just work together in finding out the colors and different materials that will be on the float, practically everything that you see on parade day. This year, I have the honor in being the SLO Deco Chair for the 2020 float. I work with my counterpart in Pomona in just leading our decorations team and communicating between our donors and the other departments. The California Cut Flower Corporation is a huge donor, and we've been working with them for several years. They provide us with all the fresh flowers that you see. This year alone, this last float was over 91% California-grown flowers, leaving only less than 10% of what we call dry decoration material. Today, I will be mainly talking about that. Now, it may seem like a small amount, but this allows for us to be flexible with colors that aren't present in fresh floral, such as browns, blacks, grays, and sometimes even other colors as well. The materials that we use vary from dry flowers that you can see before you, seeds, nuts, beans, everything. We always test in different ways to be creative. Now, this is an example of this last year's float. This is a big portion that was in dry deco. The arch, which had millet, crushed almond shell, and then whole and crushed golden flaxseed that you can see the different kind of colors together. We chose these mainly because they kind of had that texture that would represent a rock in a really good way. And it's also, this photo is very nice because you can see that contrast of the fresh next to the dry, which kind of makes the float stand out as a whole even more. In this photo, I actually got to help out in decorating the arch in a few spots. And now I would like to show all of you how to dry deco. So first, most importantly, is choosing your material. Today, for this butterfly, I picked the dark bronze straw flower. Now, in a few years ago, we actually grow our own flowers on campus in both Pomona and Cal Poly, so we actually grew this, processed it, and dried it as well. So we're going to use this that best fits this design, and then you take just good old white Elmer's glue, and you apply it to the surface that you're going to decorate. Then you take a sponge, you pour a little bit of the material onto the sponge, and you lightly press it against the surface. Until it sticks, you take it off. And it's important while you're doing this is to leave about 2-inch gap of just glue, because then it allows for less kind of patchy looking display and allows a very seamless look to it. So leaving that area, you're able to put more glue further on the surface, apply the material again until you completed the full area that you wanted to decorate. So again, dry deco really gives us the ability to be creative and stand out against the huge professional float builders, as well as we're able to just do fun things that no other float has ever put on theirs before. For example, last year we put pink Himalayan salt on our crystals, and that was really fun to do and challenging because we didn't know how to properly put it on until we did lots of testing. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in more learning more about RoseFlow and how to get involved, to just contact me. We also have our open house floats that we're building. We're starting the first lab day 2 weeks from now, and you're all welcome to come out and give it a try.